5 ways to start a new journey in life. Life is full of chapters. Some chapters are bright, filled with joy, achievements, and laughter. But some chapters are heavy, marked with mistakes, failures, heartbreaks, and regrets. And yet every single day, we are given a gift, an opportunity to turn the page and begin again. Starting a new journey in life is not about having everything figured out. It is about having the courage to take the very first step, even when the road is unclear. So today, let us talk about 5 powerful ways to start a new journey in life. And if you are someone who feels stuck, broken, or confused right now, this message is especially for you. Way 1, let go of the past. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones. Each stone represents a past mistake, a betrayal, a failure, or a regret. Now picture yourself trying to climb a mountain while carrying this weight. How far would you go? Not very far. This is exactly what happens when we refuse to let go of the past. Many people want to start fresh, but they are still chained to yesterday. They replay old conversations, regret missed chances, and punish themselves for decisions they cannot change. But here is the truth. You cannot drive forward while staring only in the rearview mirror. The past is a place to learn from, not a place to live in. Take the story of Arif, a young man who once dreamed of becoming a doctor. He failed his entrance exam, not once, but twice. Everyone around him reminded him of his failure. For months, he carried the shame and disappointment like that heavy backpack. But one day, he realized that medicine was not the only path. He let go of the identity tied to his failure and started fresh in another field. Today, he is a successful teacher, inspiring hundreds of students daily. His life changed not because the past disappeared, but because he chose to release it. So if you want to start a new journey, begin by forgiving yourself. Forgive the people who hurt you. Let go of what you cannot control. When your hands are free from the past, only then can you grab hold of your future. Way 2, set a clear vision. Once you release the past, you must decide where you want to go. Imagine starting a road trip without a map or destination. You might drive for hours, but eventually you will get lost, frustrated, and exhausted. The same happens in life. Without vision, you wander. With vision, you move forward with purpose. Vision is more than just a dream. It is a picture of what your life can look like if you are brave enough to pursue it. A vision gives you direction, focus, and energy. Let me share a story. Sana, a young woman who grew up in a small town, always felt invisible. She was average in school, quiet at home, and had no idea what she wanted from life. One evening, she attended a seminar where the speaker asked a simple question. What do you want your life to look like 5 years from now? That question hit her like lightning. She went home, took a notebook, and began to write. She wrote that she wanted to graduate, move to a big city, and start her own business. That notebook became her compass. Every decision she made after that, what to study, what jobs to take, who to spend time with, was aligned with her vision. Today, she runs a small but growing clothing brand. Sana's success was not luck, it was clarity. She knew where she wanted to go, and step by step, she moved toward it. If you want to start a new journey, ask yourself, what do I really want? Write it down. Be specific. See it in your mind so clearly that it feels real. Because the stronger your vision, the stronger your motivation will be when challenges come. Way 3, build small habits. We often imagine life-changing journeys as massive transformations. We think that in order to start fresh, we must turn our entire world upside down. New city, new career, new friends, new everything. But the truth is, great journeys are not built in one giant leap. They are built step by step, habit by habit, day after day. Think of a dripping faucet. Each drop may look small, almost meaningless. But let it drip long enough, and it can fill an entire bucket. That is the power of small habits. Let me share a real-life example. There was a man named James Clear. For years, he struggled to improve his health, his work, and his focus. Instead of making huge, overwhelming goals, he decided to focus on something he called atomic habits. Tiny, consistent changes. For instance, instead of deciding, I will read 50 books this year, he simply built the habit of reading 2 pages every night. Over time, those 2 pages became chapters. Those chapters became books. And today, he is not only healthier and more successful, but also the author of a best-selling book that has transformed millions of lives. Now imagine this in your own journey. You don't have to wake up tomorrow as a completely different person. You just need to begin with one habit that aligns with the life you want. If you want better health, start with a 5-minute walk. If you want financial freedom, start with saving a small coin daily. If you want confidence, start with one positive affirmation in the mirror each morning. The magic of small habits is that they multiply. Like compounding interest in a bank account, habits build on each other. One positive change creates momentum for the next. Before you know it, the small steps you once thought were insignificant turn into a path leading to transformation. Think about John, a young man who dreamed of writing his own novel. For years, he delayed. He told himself, "I'll start when I have more time, when I feel inspired, when life gets easier." But inspiration never came. Then one day he made a simple rule: write just 1 page a day. At first it felt too small, almost laughable. But weeks turned into months, and months turned into years. 2 years later, John held in his hands a completed manuscript, not written in bursts of inspiration, but in quiet, consistent daily habits. So if you are standing at the edge of a new journey, don't wait for massive motivation or perfect timing. Begin small. Let your first steps be humble. Because even the greatest journeys of history started small. Remember, a single seed grows into a forest. A single drop of water shapes a river. And a single habit can reshape your entire destiny. Way 4. Surround yourself with positivity. No matter how strong, motivated, or disciplined you are, your environment has the power to make or break your journey. The people you spend time with, the voices you listen to, the energy you surround yourself with. These things shape your mindset more than you realize. Imagine trying to grow a delicate plant in dry, cracked soil with no sunlight. No matter how much potential the seed has, it will struggle to survive. But place the same seed in rich soil with water and sunshine, and it will flourish. You are that seed. Your environment is the soil. Let's talk about Aisha, a young woman who struggled with self-confidence. At school, her friends constantly mocked her. They told her she was too quiet, too ordinary, and that she would never achieve anything special. Slowly, she began to believe them. She stopped speaking up, stopped trying new things, and started hiding her talents. But life changed for Aisha when she joined a community art class. For the first time, she was surrounded by people who encouraged her creativity. They praised her artwork, gave her advice, and inspired her to keep going. Within months, the same girl who once doubted herself was now painting exhibitions and selling her work online. The only difference? Her environment. She moved from negativity to positivity, from critics to cheerleaders. This lesson is crucial for anyone starting a new journey. You cannot rise if you are surrounded by people who constantly pull you down. If your friends belittle your dreams, it's time to find new friends. If your environment is full of toxic energy, it's time to change your space. If your social media feed makes you feel insecure and unworthy, it's time to cleanse it. Your circle matters. Research even shows that your habits, your happiness, and even your weight are influenced by the people around you. In other words, you become like those you spend the most time with. Way 5. Take the first step. Action now. There comes a point in every journey where planning, dreaming, and preparing must give way to action. You can let go of the past. You can set a vision. You can build habits. You can even surround yourself with positivity. But none of it matters if you never take the first step. Think about it. A runner can spend weeks choosing the best shoes, months visualizing the race, and hours stretching before the event. But if the runner never takes that first step onto the track, there is no race at all. This is where many people get stuck. They wait. They wait for the perfect timing, the perfect conditions, the perfect confidence. They say, "I'll start when I'm ready." But the truth is, you'll never feel fully ready. Life doesn't wait for perfect timing. And if you keep waiting, your dreams will collect dust while your years slip away. As we come to the end of this message, let's pause for a moment and reflect. You've just learned 5 powerful ways to start a new journey in life. 1. Let go of the past, because yesterday cannot define tomorrow. 2. Set a clear vision, because direction gives meaning to every step. 3. Build small habits, because little drops create an ocean. 4. Surround yourself with positivity, because your environment shapes your destiny. 5. Take the first step now, because action is the seed of transformation. But here's the secret. These are not just lessons to listen to. They are choices you must live by. Knowledge without action is like a lamp hidden under a basket. It gives no light.